gente começou essa temporada do Que Mundo é Esse aqui nos Estados Unidos, dividindo a equipe entre Burning Man e Las Vegas, para mostrar a dualidade entre duas cidades, onde uma, pelo menos por alguns dias, vive sem o contato com o dinheiro, e a outra, no caso Las Vegas, onde o dinheiro pode tudo. E depois a gente foi para Louisiana vivenciar a cultura das armas nos Estados Unidos junto com uma família americana. E a gente acabou de chegar aqui na região de Cleveland e Detroit, região que foi berço do capitalismo americano no século passado e que enfrenta uma crise econômica muito severa, que já dura algumas décadas. E a gente pôde comprovar isso passando por casas abandonadas, shoppings abandonados, indústrias abandonadas, igrejas abandonadas, e agora a gente está aqui, no Pontiac Silverdome, onde foi sede inclusive do jogo da Copa do Mundo de 94 do Brasil.
Capitalism has a very destructive side.
A região de Cleveland e Detroit já foi conhecida como o motor da América, a Paris do Oeste, a sede da força da indústria automobilística, a cidade da Motown. Largas avenidas, fábricas a todo vapor, música, arte e cultura vibrantes. Mas isso foi na época de ouro. De lá para cá, os índices de desemprego alcançaram 30%. Um terço da população abandonou a região. 20 bilhões em dívidas fizeram Detroit declarar falência em 2013, a maior falência municipal da história dos Estados Unidos. Fábricas destruídas, negócios extintos, milhares de casas abandonadas. Cenário de filme de apocalipse, só que a bomba aqui foi econômica e real. Seth Lawless é um ativista e fotógrafo que ficou famoso no mundo todo e na internet por seu trabalho retratando as ruínas do capitalismo deixadas pelo rastro das últimas crises econômicas americanas, especialmente na sua cidade natal de Cleveland e na vizinha Detroit, duas das mais duramente atingidas em todo o país.
This was the largest clothing manufacturer in the country at one time. So this employed roughly 3,000 people. This closed about 20 years ago. What's neat about this is where the workers would be. And each one of these things you see hanging, these are where the lights were, and there was like a little desk, and it would have a worker there sewing. Sold that, we provided that to the world. We don't do that anymore. It's cheaper to outsource it to China. Greedy, capitalistic idea, mindset. And when that happens, you're gutted. And if you go down the street, there's abandoned schools, there's abandoned homes. Once the business is gutted, then everything else around it kind of crumbles. And as it happened, later on with different economic crises, it's just gotten worse over the years. In 2008, we had the housing crisis, so it just got worse. So there's just been different times where it got worse and worse. This is something that people don't understand. They look at an abandoned building. Why doesn't America fix these up? Or why doesn't America make these better? But they don't realize that the area is depleted. They're just looking at it kind of closed-minded, saying, well, it's one building. Why not fix it up? We could take in a lot of Syrian refugees and give them a place to live. We could, but the area is depleted. It's not just the building.
Do you think that, as Trump is saying, let's make America great again? And
he started actually sharing on his Twitter accounts very similar things to what I do. You know, I put up a picture of an abandoned building. He did the same. He's using images just like I am to try to drive a point. We come from two different kinds of political thinkings, right? But we're both using images to try to wake up America to say, listen, this is your country. What's great, but you know, look at what happened. And so he's doing that. He's using that to his political advantage, I think. And I think it's resonating, to be honest. I think when people see images like that, it's very powerful for them, you know, to see. People will like to say, oh, you know, the city of Cleveland's coming back. Yeah, we're strong. No, we're not. I mean, parts look better, but it's segregated. And we're the worst segregated city in the U.S., just about. We rank almost dead last. A lot of the poor sections like this are going to be minorities. And the places that you think look great and they put a lot of money in are white. And that's a problem for this country, and this city especially. But that's a huge problem that no one likes to talk about. I always despise the two-party system in my country. I think the two-party system is easily controlled by lobbyists. I mean, both like to go to war as soon as they can, it seems. Maybe one a little bit more than the other. One's a little bit more capitalistic and conservative. When it comes to social issues, yeah. But otherwise than that, they do pretty much the same thing. The major lobbies in my country control both sides of the house. And so that's what people are sick and tired of. They are. So when someone like Trump comes along, who's not really a traditional Republican, it's very attractive. There's nothing American or democratic about a two-party system. There's not. It's one candidate away from a dictatorship. That's all that it is. And people need to realize that.
The abandoned buildings is just like a symbol of the major problem that happens, so it becomes abandoned, like the economic crisis and poverty.
It's a symbol, and I think it's a symbol of how capitalism, kind of the ugly side of capitalism, getting at the end of the greatest economic machine that the world has ever seen, America. Built us, great. It's going to be the same thing that destroys us. They just walked up there and jumped out. Really? Yeah, they call it the suicide door. They just jumped out.
Estamos chegando agora numa das inúmeras casas abandonadas aqui de Cleveland.
Who wants to buy a house if it doesn't have a school or it doesn't have a place to work? That's where it comes down to.
Desde 2005, uma em cada 3 casas da região de Cleveland e Detroit foram abandonadas. São cerca de 140 mil lares, quase metade das propriedades da região. Os números e o impacto visual podem ser comparados ao de um desastre natural.
You can't just go in and just blow up a building or tear it down. There's a process. And there's one building up in Detroit, I think they estimated it cost $9 million.
E não deixa de ser curioso ver um templo maçônico nessa situação de completo abandono, quando a gente lembra que a maçonaria americana sempre teve uma relação muito próxima ao capitalismo americano. E essa relação era tão próxima que quando as notas de dólares foram confeccionadas, eles colocaram alguns símbolos maçônicos na nota.
Well, I mean, just being on this corner and being empty, you know, I have seen a few people walk in and just hang out around here. You know, it's not bad, but it's too good of a building to be just sitting there. The area has been good.
Okay.
And so, you know, something empty like that there and just sitting is, you know, it's like, that's why I say it's a sore eye.
You can see downtown. Like I told us, there is no, you don't believe in an escape from this type of system, and you don't believe in the two-party system. Also, do you know any way to fix it?
I don't think there's a way to fix something that you feel strongly that is fundamentally flawed. So I think it's designed to break, and I think that's what we're seeing. Americans aren't in the right mindset yet to just really say, hey, we need a different system to make it work. It has to get bad. You have to lose everything for that to happen. So I think we're going in that direction, you know? Yeah. So that's how it will change. People have to lose everything before you actually start to think we need to change.
Seth tenta despertar os americanos para alguns dos problemas e dilemas do seu país, mostrando um lado dos Estados Unidos que poucos conhecem. Uma denúncia aos exageros do capitalismo moderno que ele vê tão bem representados pelos shopping centers, esses verdadeiros labirintos de consumismo exacerbado que hoje se encontram abandonados na região em função da crise.
I'm live at Rolling Acres Mall, the abandoned mall, the iconic abandoned shopping mall that you've seen in my viral photographs over the years. And they have begun the painful process of demolishing this mall. And this is something that just started. It looks like they wrapped up for today. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what they're doing so far. So let me flip this around.
O shopping, na verdade, era aqui, ó. A gente está dentro do que era o shopping. Ali era só o cinema, que tá só essa estrutura, só a carcaça. As imagens que o Seth fez antes de demolirem, quando estava abandonado, da escada rolante, fosso, da parte interna com lojas, era aqui. Estava começando a filmar, nem 3 minutos de câmera ligada, já apareceu um carro da polícia. Isso porque o shopping tá abandonado.
Aí o Michel acho que teve que recuar o drone, porque o drone estava no alto, filmando já.
Já desceu, né?
Agora a gente... Vamos...
Aí, tá chamando socorro já.
É. A gente começou a querer filmar um shopping abandonado que o Seth tinha falado pra gente. Aí a polícia ali que tá ali atrás chegou no meio quando eu tava
Chegou em 5 minutos.
Chegou em 5 minutos.
2 carros.
Tava com o drone, aí chegou um carro da polícia, parou, pedindo autorização, identidade. O cara falou que não podia filmar porque não queria mostrar aquela região ali abandonada, para não incentivar crianças a entrarem, porque é um lugar perigoso, um lugar que não tem estrutura para nada. A gente teve que cortar a gravação e sair.
Além dos danos materiais, em qualquer saída pela cidade, era possível se deparar com outras vítimas dos anos de falência econômica da região.
I think it's doing better than it was 10 years ago, but I still think there's a lot of problems in America. That's why my answer is that it's better, but it's still not what it's supposed to be.
What would be a solution?
The only solution I'd say is everybody quit trying to just see because I'm Republican or I'm Democrat and maybe look at the other parties. Because that other guy, I don't know nothing about him because I don't hear enough about him, but maybe he's the better candidate. But because we're closed-minded and we're raised Republican or we believe Republican ways, we just vote for him. And that's not always the way, or Democrat. It shouldn't be that way. I think they should really talk to them and see what they, hear what people got to say.